province. Thank you so much. As you are aware, we are not a very big province in terms of population. We just slightly over 4 million people within the province, but in terms of the operations of the province, we punch slightly ahead of us. When you look at us at 4 million and compare with Gauteng, which is over 16 million, we are quite small. We are largely a rural province as well, and within that also lies some of the opportunities that we will look at. Thank you so much. I think you move slightly ahead of yourself, but that's fine. One of the biggest area, I was talking about geopositioning, that arises once the continental free trade area arises. There's a lot of opportunities you as investors to be able to access the rest of the SADC market, the rest of the African market, by virtue of being located. Mr. Tau is going to articulate also some of the opportunities that are within the SEZ. By virtue of an investor coming to the northwest and locating there, they have access to the rest of the SADC market. They have access to Zambia, all the way up to DRC. They have access to Botswana and so on. So you can virtually locate there and take advantage of this South Africa's strong legal financial system and be able to access the other markets, and thereby also creating the opportunities and jobs within the province. So we are creating. That's why even today we are here gathered with the leadership, so that we can articulate a position that we want all of you to be able to locate there and then take advantage of the rest of the African market. Thank you very much. Thank you. Part of the work we do as the agents of the province and also as the various departments is just to show what are the inherent opportunities within the province. So we promote that by doing events like this one. We thank our political leadership for creating a platform for us to be able to articulate this position. But we also do that by doing outward missions. We also participate also by assisting exporters. We have been running a lot of some of our clients, like NTGR, he went with the province. Now you can stand up. You can stand up. When he started, he was just investing. He's based in Rustenburg. He's manufacturing there. When he started with us, he was just an emerging expector. Then I said, now you are running off without us now. He went to DRC with the president's mission. So what we do is that we give a platform for companies like this to articulate what are the products offerings. We train them in terms of how do you access export markets. We utilize the mechanism that we have within the province to develop them. And now he has been to how many countries now? A couple of them. He went as far as Chile, DRC, and so on. And he's doing manufacturing for equipment that is used in the mining industry. So he's already looking into the SADC region as a client. Thank you. We remain, as has been said many times, the mining industry continue to contribute to the largest amount in terms of gross value add. The last analysis was at 86.7 billion. Our idea as the province, even as we are led by our political leadership, is to move away from just being a place to dig holes and then leave a big hole for us, and then we have to deal with the aftermath afterwards. The province is trying to shift this slightly from there to beneficiation. Currently, the mining sector contributes about 124,000 jobs. But we are hoping to, as a province, sorry. I can continue. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Acting Prime Minister. So we are also looking. We have a number of local people within the province who have got mining claims, but they don't have enough money to be able to beneficiate. We actually have a number of people who have pegged out. They have, the part DMR has actually given them a mining claim. So we are looking for investors to partner with them to be able then to exploit those claims. As you know, most of us know, mining is a very expensive business, and most of our emerging players are not able to fund it. So we are looking for investors and partners who can partner with them to be able then to move along the value chain from identification of the prospecting. Most of the clients we have within the province, they already have done the brown part, which is the project identification. They have that. But they need to then shift that to be able to access what is the value of the minerals underneath, what are those minerals, how do we move it from feasibility study to bankable proposal. As you know, most of these things, just to get from the brown part to get to an operating mine, we are looking at not less than 20 million. And most of our communities don't have that in their pocket. But what they do have is the mining claims. So they can then move it from that value. Thank you very much. Thank you. One of the things we are looking at the province as well is we have spoken about, we don't want just to end up with a big hole. Everybody digs minerals, they shift them elsewhere. We are trying to encourage beneficiation within the province. It might be beneficiation of PGM, it might be beneficiation of diamonds. We already have a bit of beneficiation with mining companies like Samako because they are smelting within the province, so they're adding a bit of value. But we desire that all the mining companies and all the investors who come to beneficiate a good part of it within the province so that we can move it that far. As you might be aware as well, we have one of the largest resources of fluorspar. It's a mineral which is going to be required in the new economy. Fluorspar is, if you move around Zeerust, we have a lot of that resource under the ground. And we are looking for investors from various countries who want to be able to come and do joint venture with the province and be able to extract that fluorspar and then add value to it. And then those other value products can then feed into the economy. Some of the value products are things like lime. Lime comes out of the mining with fluorspar. So the lime can then be used for agriculture within the province. So it will create other value streams as well. Thank you very much. As you can identify, a lot of the a lot of the minerals which are going into the new economy, we also have a lot of them present within if you look at the thing like in the moderate section there, we have PMGs. We do have a lot of PGMs within the province. So these are the new industries which are emerging. For example, let us talk about the lithium battery. We are importing all of them. How about we have one component which is required for the battery industry, which is the platinum. But the lithium, which is also required, is not too far. In Zimbabwe, there's lithium there. We can source it and bring it to the SEZ, beneficiate it, and make sure that some of those auto batteries are also done within the economy. You look at all those, a lot of those minerals as well. We do have some of them within the province. So we are looking at how we can also play as a province in that space. One of the areas we are looking at is also to, sorry, sorry, can I have my water? Sorry. Apologies. Perhaps I'm talking too loud. One of the areas we're looking as a province is to look at the issue of smart cities. A lot of us might have heard the president did pronounce in terms of doing a smart city, doing a smart city around Lanseria. But we as a province has a link to that smart city because we have the tourism products. So we should be able to work with them in terms of that. Thank you very much. Thank you. As you are aware, today we are also representing some of our other major departments. They are looking, the Northwest Housing Corporation is looking at developing mega cities. There's a lot of need for us, even people in the mining industry, to work with us in providing backbone infrastructure that will be required in some of these things as well. Thank you. These are some of the geographical locations of the current smart cities, mega cities that they are looking at. Thank you. I'm trying to keep within my time. If I look at you, it means move. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is one of a private sector-led smart city as well that is being promoted around the Bakubung area, which is the area next to Sun City. And they have done a bit of the feasibility studies as well, and they are also looking for investors to partner with them in terms of developing. One of the beauties of this is that it also have a component on housing. There's 5,400 housing there, which is a component of that. But there's also private hospital, which is a component of that. That is the community of that area, which is also wanting to engage in that. Thank you very much. This is some of the sample of the investment opportunities we are looking at. And the NTGR, I also included you there. So he's one of the opportunities we have there. He's seeking to grow his engineering company based out of Rustenburg. Thank you very much. We can. So if you want any engagement in any of these, move. Yeah, you can move. You can move. I'm moving faster now. Thank you. The Northwest Province would also like to. Thank you. The Northwest Province would also like to play in the. They have acknowledged the problems caused by the energy situation within the province. So they are looking at where they can play. Where they can play along the. Next. This is just articulating the renewable energy. Next, thanks. They are looking at, we are looking as a province where we can play along the current solar value chain. In other words, where are the opportunities, where are specific opportunities we can work with from polysilicon to the panel manufacturing installation. Next. Also, from a tourism product kind of view, we are also looking at the Bloemhof. This is in Dr. Ruth Skomose Mompate. Our tourism department is looking at that opportunity to be able to develop facilities. We need investors in that areas. There are various opportunities for there from chalets, golf courses, and so on that can be developed in that area. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Along the Endhof as well, we are seeking investments along the corridor from the Endhof to be able to develop those as well. Thank you. This one, the rest of this we can skip. We can skip through this. But we are working with the Northwest University to utilize an instrument called the Decision Support Model. The Decision Support Model helps us to identify what are the export opportunities within the province that we can promote and that we can link with investors as well. So if you want to set up here anything from agro-processing, goat massification. We have a lot of goats within the province, but nobody's massifying them. I think agriculture might articulate it further as well. We have a lot of goats. We're seeking somebody who can massify this and set up abattoirs within the province to be able to support that as well. And a lot of the most of these products has been identified due to the process we've done with the Northwest University using the decision support model. Basically, what they do is that they use that instrument to say what are exportable opportunities within the province. So we have identified the things from castor oil, mint oil. There are some of the exportable opportunities, and we want some of those to be beneficiated within the province. Thank you. And finally, MEC spoke about some of the tourism opportunities. We included Taung Heritage as one of the key tours, not just Sun City. You can see what else is available within the province as well. I think I would like to end there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lovemore. Thank you so much. Let me also acknowledge, or let me acknowledge in our midst, Renale, our veteran from the Northwest Province, Ntate Chauke. The morning I'm sure Halim Matlakir Chauke came, but I think if you can stand up and greet my visitors, Ntate Chauke. Thank you. Thank you so much. We also in our midst have a chairperson of the Northwest Development Corporation. He's also from that side. We all know they were busy that side. Ntate Kopano Kunupi, do the same. In our midst, we also have, I came with the MEC of Agriculture when we entered here. I did not tell you who she is. I think MEC, you also need to, I know there are people who want to see you in camera, so it is also fair to greet our visitors. MEC Memuhono, Despo Mohono, the MEC for Agriculture. I will tell you at the right time who are others seated amongst us. Thank you very much, Mr. Lovemore. You have tried to tell the people about the province. I will now request Ntate Alfred Dau to also come and make the presentation. Are you ready? Okay.
Let me thank you for giving me this opportunity. I won't take much of your time. Let me also acknowledge the rest of the leadership of the province, our distinguished guests. Allow me to just take a short time to tell you a few things as to why you should consider and do more than considering, decide to do your business in this place called Bujanala Special Economic Zone. Above all other economic zones that are there in the country and the world. We can move on to the slide. What we are trying to do ultimately through Bujanala Special Economic Zone is to transform that region of Bujanala into a globally competitive industrial hub. You have had other national ministers and leaders talk about industrialization. So this is part of that machinery, but it's focused on that region of the Northwest in Bujanala. So it is a rural region as of now. But let us look at the next 10, 15, 20 years and get a sense of what do we see. It will not longer be the same. We can move to the next slide. We can jump this one. Let's jump this one. I can come back. Okay, let's stop here for a while. As I show you this slide, think about what Dubai was in 1980 and before that. Think about what Shenzhen was in the 70s. Think about what Shanghai was in the 70s and the 80s. They were all here. So all of our key cities globally, we all know they never fell from the sky. They moved out of a place like this into what we regard as desired modern city. So that's the dream. This is where we are at the moment, but we are not ending here. We are creating a globally competitive industrial area. Now what you may not see here is that surrounding this place called Bujanala SEZ, it's Lanseria Smart City, which a portion of it is in the northwest. Surrounding this place it's around 120 operating mines in the Bujanala region alone. Surrounding this place, it's the other mining hub of Tabazimbi, Northern. Surrounding this place, it's the fast-growing city of Rustenburg. Surrounding this place, it's Gauteng North. You wouldn't drive for long without reaching this place. Surrounding this place is that world-famous Sun City. So, as you look at this place, I heard someone sing something to the effect that Oskan Sheba Wanyata. So things are cooking here, and it's one of the reasons why you need to be there. Let's move to the next slide. Let's go to the next one. Yes, this is a summary of what I was telling you about, the location site. It's very close to key centers of the economy. So you're not missing much. You will not be living in a place that people are not supposed to live or cannot live. You are surrounded by excellence. So come and work with us. Some of the issues that I haven't talked about, it was interesting to realize that the statistics suggest that the Northwest is the major route for land-based cargo to SADC and Africa. I would have thought it's the other place which I won't say, but data suggests that movement goes through the Northwest. So the other points I've talked about, there's an airport there nearby that I haven't highlighted. That just to show you that things are happening in this area, so come and be part of it. Let's move to the next one. I won't take much here. We all know about this suite of national tax incentives for qualifying investments in the SEZ. So you invest in there are benefits that we will help you to get. The next one. What I want to complete with is that there are your peers, local and international, who have chosen that this is an ideal place for them to do business because of all the mining operations and all other sectors in the area. As we speak today, there are 14 investment projects that are committed to locating in the SEZ. There's a total of 13.514 billion investments committed to locate in the area. So here are practical examples of investors who have been there, have seen it, and have decided that we are staying here. So for these three reasons and many more, we will talk about the other facts that I'm just skipping through for the sake of time. We'll talk about later in the other rooms. But for these reasons, I'm suggesting to you that the Northwest is presenting a tested model for investing. It's tested because we have used this as a country in the other regions. It's tested because many countries around the world have used this tool. I've spoken about China, the UAE, Malaysia, India, Panama, and many others around the world. It is a tested tool, and we want to share it with you. There's a team of people who will work with you to help navigate your projects through this. In short, Program Director, I believe that we have a platform that will make every investor reap rewards that will be worthwhile their investments, no matter what quantum. I thank you.
much. Thank you very much, Ntate Tau. Thank you very much, Mr. Tau. I know that in our and I'm happy that you also raised other sectors that the province have. So I think we can even link locally and internationally those sectors. Ms. Lebogang Zulu is not here according to our program, and I said to Ntate Tau, I want to give to our main speaker a chance, but before I do that, Ntate Tau, he want to show us what they have also as a province. Now, before I can give over to the main speaker, they can come in and give us one item. Rabatswana, Ntate Chauke. So the SCZ is situated in Mokgwase, next to Sun City. I know Sun City, you will know where SCZ is. If I say Rustenburg, you won't know, but if I say Sun City Road, you just drive straight to Sun City, you will know where SCZ is situated. So our SCZ, the Bujanala SCZ is at site. That Ntate Tau was talking. In due course, if we are going to win this one, and I know there are investors in the room, we are going to be connecting direct from Gauteng, direct from Durban, direct from Cape Town, and go straight to Sun City, go straight to Mokgwase, and enjoy there. So here they are, Bana ba setso. You can do your thing. Re a leboga Batswana bana ba rona. Can we give them a round of applause? I'm saying in the Northwest, there's only one thing that we are short of. And that thing is jealous. And please, don't even try to come and invest in jealousy in our province. We don't want that. So thank you very much. I will now give the Honorable Premier of the Northwest, Ntate Nono Maloi, to come and speak to us. Ntate Maloi, Matsogo.
No, thank you very much, MEC Tlhapi, and thanks for the promotion, because the last time I checked, I was still the acting premier, not the premier. So I'm not sure. You might know something that I don't know. So no, I think firstly let's establish Metlapi, who is here, because it is important that when you speak, you must know the audience. Because in the process, having known the audience, I might change what I'm supposed to be presenting today. So firstly, let me understand who is the audience. I might be saying, long live President Cyril Ramaphosa, long live. Only to find that this is not an ANC meeting. I might be talking about people who must come and invest in the Northwest and tell you what are the challenges in the Northwest. Only to establish that we don't have investors, but we have people who want tenders. So I need to know who am I talking to. Before we get into details, who am I talking to, Honorable Tlhapi? Who is here? Do you possibly know?
Premier, he is going to tell us. Can you come and tell us who is here?
Good evening. Good evening, Premier. In terms of the crowd we've got here, it's a selection of local and international business people who are potentially interested in doing business with the Northwest Province in different fields, from agriculture, infrastructure development, housing, health, education, and so on. So we have selected the best people that we can get, and we believe that they will work with you together to move the Northwest forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, in my other life, as the provincial chairperson of the African National Congress in the Northwest, I met a delegation from China. Are they here? They are not here. Okay. In my other life, as the acting premier of the Northwest, I invited a consortium from Iran to come and invest in the Northwest. Are they here? Or they are not here? Yeah, so it means my speech is going to be very short today. It's going to be very short because Love More has already spoken. What is it that we have in the Northwest? Where do you want you to invest on? And Red, is it Tau? Pax Tau. And Red Tau also indicated where is the SEZ and why you must invest in the SEZ. So they've covered a lot of ground. And I suppose before I arrived here with my team is led by Rechauke here. They should have explained to you as to what is the purpose, why we are here. Now, I'm going to be very short because I have no time to waste time. time is not on our side. Time is seriously against us. And you'll understand as I speak, because I'm not going to refer to what I have before me, having been told who is here. Now, from the presentation of Love More, what you must have read from it is that Northwest is the richest province in the country. A richest province in the country which is very poor. Very poor. Do you get what I mean? It's the richest province in the country, but it's very poor. Northwest. The second part of it, the highest unemployment rate is in the Northwest, over 53%. That's the highest in the whole country. It's in the Northwest. And Northwest is the richest province in the country. It means something somewhere is not right. Something somewhere is not right. And we need to get to the bottom of this thing. What is it that is not right? In order for us to fix what is not right. And we need to do that thing with the necessary speed, because we unfortunately do not have time. He spoke about mining and beneficiation. 70% of the platinum in the whole world comes from this province, and from Bojanala in particular. 70% of the platinum. I'm not sure whether is there anybody from the Council for Geoscience in this meeting. It's not here. The majority of all these minerals that we have in this country are in the Northwest, and in Bojanala in particular. But if you go to Bojanala or any other area in the Northwest, as you enter any area in the Northwest, the first thing that you smell is poverty in the Northwest, despite the fact that we have all these things. Honorable Mohono will talk a little bit as she closes. I'm not saying she must present a speech, but about agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of the Northwest province. And some of you will agree with me that during COVID, the agricultural sector was not as affected as other sectors of the economy. But we still have this high unemployment rate in the Northwest. We have 2 airports, and they spoke about those airports. One of those airports is Pilansbeek. The other one is Mahikeng. Now, when I had a session with the Chinese delegation earlier this year, they were saying we want to fly direct from China into Sun City, but we can't, because the state of that airport leaves much to be desired. It's not in a good state. And we have neglected that airport for quite some time. And for us to get investors into the Northwest, it means that that airport must operate. Tourists, for an example, when they come from other countries, they fly to O.R. Tambo International Airport, and they must drive from O.R. Tambo International Airport. Some of them are saying, we are no longer safe, because when we drive, these buses that we use and so on are hijacked on the way. That's why we want to fly directly. Because Pilansbeek and Sun City is a tourist destination. In our countries, that's where we want to go. But we have an airport that is not functional. Pilansbeek. And by the way, we have an international license for that airport. So we want people who will put money into that airport. That's the first thing that we want. We want to, as we go into 2024 next year, there must be movement in that airport. So maybe somebody might want to volunteer. We want your money in that airport. We want you to work with us. We can partner with you. That airport must operate. And that airport is going to generate a lot of revenue for that province. Some few years ago or a year ago, we have built some other resort. Is it in Bakubung? That most expensive one and so on. Those villas. And in Sun City, they are extending, what do you call that thing? Yeah, it's villas. Yeah, let's call them villas for now. Whilst I'm trying to remember what is the name. Vacation club. But for us to fill those villas to capacity, that new extension to capacity, we must get people coming into Sun City. We must get people coming into the Northwest. And people don't want to drive into the Northwest, they want to fly into the Northwest. And when they fly into the Northwest, they must land somewhere. Where they are supposed to land, the airport is not up to standard. So that's the first thing that we want you to invest on. So hopefully as we go out, somebody will volunteer. Well, how much do you want? The Chinese delegation was saying to me, it is not about money. Let's sign papers and so on. Unfortunately, they left the country before we could do anything. Now we spoke about mega cities, and the presenter was very quick when he spoke about mega cities. Possibilities are that it is not his field. That's why he said, no, let's move quickly. Next item. Now, investing in those mega cities is an important thing for us in the Northwest. An important thing. You know, I was telling other people that if Dubai was a desert, and today is something different, why can't we do it in the Northwest? Why can't we do it in the Northwest? And we can do it. We just need people who have money to come and invest in this province. This province has got a lot of potential. Now, amongst yourselves, I hope as we go out, there will be volunteers. Because investing in those mega cities is not a donation to the state. Because those mega cities, at some point, they will also be able to generate revenue. So we want people to invest in those areas. We want to change the face of the Northwest. Northwest must no longer be the same again. Is there anybody from the mining sector in the Northwest in this meeting? Who? I hear yeah. Which one is that? Is it Lenko? The lady? Where? Now, we don't want raw materials to go out of this province. We don't want raw material to go out of this province. We want a complete product to go out of this province. Whatever you do with gold, with diamond, with platinum and so on, you must do it here. You know, when the president was speaking earlier today, he was talking about South Africa. That these raw materials must not just go out and so on. He was talking about this, your big English beneficiation. So those things must happen in the Northwest. I think I told the MEC about my dream. Can you remind us what was my dream? She has forgotten. Now let me tell you what was my dream. And you'll pardon me, those of you who are from the mining sector, because normally my dreams do come true. I had a dream, and in that dream something funny was happening. I was leading the people of the Northwest who were closing all these mines. And we were saying to them, you can't mine in this province and not invest in this province. That was a dream. And by the way, let me remind you, normally my dreams do come true. And this is not negotiable, by the way. I said to you earlier on, I have no time to waste time. Time is not on our side. So this is not a joke, it's a serious thing. These mines, they must invest in the Northwest, not where you are mining. Because I met one of the gurus of these mines and so on. He was saying, no, MEC is not a problem. I will meet with the COSI and the community when we draw our SLP. We'll then see how do we invest in this area. We don't want you to invest in that area. We want you to invest in the Northwest. So we would want you, those who want to invest in the Northwest, if you have ideas, you must come. Because once this dream comes true, we might want to get those who are serious about the Northwest to go and do this work. And those who are not serious about the Northwest, they must pack their bags and go. And it's not a threat. They must pack their bags and go. Northwest will never be the same again. We can't have the highest unemployment rate in the country when the economy of this country is in the Northwest. It's not possible. It can't happen. It's either you are with us or you are not with us. And if you are not with us, go back wherever you come from. So this is what is going to happen. I have requested, by the way, the MEC for Economic Development to arrange a meeting between myself and all the CEOs of these mines. Only 2, I'm told, have confirmed. Others have not confirmed. At a political level, let me remind you, because I see there are some of you who are from these mines. Let me remind you, at a political level, I'm the head of this province called the Northwest. That is so you better pick up your socks. You better pick up your socks. You know, we have launched an important program in the Northwest called Operation Tunzaleroli. Let's simplify it in English. I might be correct. I told you that English is not my first language. Operation Tunzaleroli is accelerated service delivery, where every Friday all public representatives, members of the executive and everybody will go to municipalities and do work there and do what is expected of us. Unblocking sewers, fixing street lights, patching potholes, unblocking blocked projects and so on every Friday without fail. And I've said this program is not a program of the public sector only. We would want the private sector to be involved. We want the private sector to be involved because we want to change the face of the Northwest. So we would want you as well to invest in this project. What do you call these dams? What do you call them? The what? Yeah, tailings. Yeah. They are all over the province. Why are we not using those things for the benefit of this province in order for our roads to be the best roads in the whole country? You know, I was telling the Minister of Transport, and she disagreed with me because she was the last speaker. So I could not respond, unfortunately. I was saying to the Minister, there's something funny again in this country. As other national roads. And I made an example with N14. That when you drive from Krugersdorp, it's a nice one in Gauteng. Then there's a board, welcome to the Northwest. As you enter there, it's bad. By the time you arrive at home, you need to check your car. Because possibilities are that other parts are left behind. And it's a national road, it's the same road. And I said, there is something wrong about this thing. And we can't tolerate it and we can't accept it. In her response, she was saying to me, no, it is because of the traffic. Maybe it's huge trucks and so on. When Sanral do these roads, the standard is the same. I differ with her. I fundamentally differ with her. I could not respond because she was the last speaker. So we can't have that type of a situation. So our roads must be the best roads because we have all these mines, we have all these things that we can do. Yeah, that's not my area. I'm just like Love More. Yeah, Love More could not speak about mega cities. So we need to change these things. Now we need people with brains. And I'm not saying we don't have brains in the Northwest. We need people with brains who can come sit with us and we must share ideas. What is it that we can do to improve the situation in that particular province? And the unfortunate thing, I said to everybody that I don't have till 2024 May or August or whenever. We don't know when are the elections. I said my deadlines is till December this year. Very ambitious deadline. Some of them, including the HODs, were saying to me, MEC, that is not possible. You always talk about applying the SMART principle. Can you come up with some timeline which is realistic and achievable? I said, no, this one I'm not going to change. That deadline will remain. By December, when we do an assessment, there must be a difference in the Northwest, in all areas. Now, I've interacted with municipalities because more often than not, some of the investors or people who are doing business with the Northwest government, they will tell us that there is no cooperation from the municipalities. I've met with all of them. All of them. And I said to all of them, all of us, our focus is on service delivery, not all these things that we are doing. I've met with contractors, HOD Human Settlement. I want to meet with those contractors of human settlement on the 16th in Sun City. On the 16th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Diarize it. This is how I take decisions. On the 16th. Now, contractors who don't perform in the Northwest, they will never again do business with the Northwest government. Never again. The Minister of Human Settlement was telling me that in the Women's Indaba, which took place in Kimberley, some contractors from the Northwest wanted a meeting with her because they are complaining that I've terminated them. Some of them, I've scaled them down. I said, yes, indeed, I did it and I'm still going to do it. How do you build 500 units, RDP houses, from 2013 to 2023? How possible is that? And you want to say the MEC can't terminate, it must be business as usual. It is not possible. Now the MEC for agriculture, I was telling you that she's doing very well on food security, because food security is on top of our agenda. I also wanted to do very well on food production, because food production is equally important. Because without the Northwest, some of you will go to bed hungry, because all these things that we are eating are from the Northwest. If we decide to close our borders, if we're a country, and close our borders and so on, you'll have to run to Ukraine and Russia. Now we are not a country, unfortunately. But even there we must make sure that with agriculture and so on, we create more jobs. So, you know, I became a member of parliament 8 months ago. 8 months ago. I became an acting premier 2 months ago. It's 10 months. 8 plus 2 is 10. It's almost a year. I've passed my 100 days in office. There must be something that I must talk about. I must write home about something. And for me to write home about something, I need your cooperation. I know amongst you there are those who want tenders. Those who want tenders, you must go and do your work, and you must perform, finish your projects on record time and so on. We'll continue to do business with you. Those of you who have money, who want to invest in the Northwest, Northwest is open for business. That province is now a construction site. We have decided that we are no longer going to take a very long time to take decisions. We take decisions immediately. So come to the Northwest. We might be having challenges now and so on, but Northwest is the place to be. Gauteng is surviving because of the Northwest and other provinces. I know all of you like this place. There's nothing here. It's just nice buildings and so on. There's nothing. They depend on us. If you can check, some of them, they are in the Northwest, but they are from Gauteng. All of them, they run to the Northwest. Love More might also be from Gauteng. If it's not, no, but Love More is Zimbabwe. Even those from Zimbabwe, they are going to the Northwest. Everybody knows that the future is in the Northwest. That's where the future is. So let's change the face of the Northwest. Let us work together. We have had a lot of instability, particularly at municipal level, both administratively and politically. Some of you will recall that before September last year, Northwest was on fire. Each and every street was almost closed. People were burning tires and so on. The situation has now changed. People have now got confidence in the current leadership. They want to work with this leadership, because this leadership gave them a message of hope. And we need to be true to our, or loyal to our own decisions. And we can only do so if we work with you, if we work together. I see at the back there is the gentleman from Netherlands. Is it Netherlands? Yeah, can I ask your name? I've forgotten your name. I just saw you now. Yeah, I remember you are from the Netherlands. Yeah. I know him because early this year I convened what I called a human settlement summit when we were discussing alternative building technology, and he was there, and I visited his project in Lanseria. Very nice project. Very advanced and so on. So those are the things that we want to copy in the Northwest. So I'm inviting all of you, ladies and gentlemen, come to the Northwest. Northwest is open for business. We will work with you. And we are all going to benefit. The people of the Northwest will benefit. You will also benefit. But what is important, Northwest will be something that we'll all be proud of. I went to China, and we were driving from Beijing to Guangzhou. Is it Guangzhou? And we passed another, I don't know whether it's a city or what is it. Is it Tencent or Shenzhen, something like that. I don't know what was it. When we passed that area, construction was taking place. After 3 days, when we came back, yeah, it was a serious city, man. So we can do it in the Northwest. We can do it. We just need people with stamina and energy. That's what we need. We can do it in the Northwest. Yes, we can. Is that not Barack Obama's thing? Yes, we can. Barack Obama. Is it not his thing? Yes, we can. We can do it. Yeah. I get a HOD. Yeah, we have no time to waste time. Yeah. That's the HOD for human settlements. She's older than me, but she's got the energy and the stamina. She doesn't sleep. We hold our meetings normally at 5 o'clock in the morning because I said to them, we must get into a meeting at 5 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock we are done. Everybody must go to work. Can't be holding meetings at 8 o'clock and so on. So she's used to it. At the beginning she was complaining. And by the way, she's also a pastor. Some of the meetings we hold them on Sundays. She missed about 6 Sundays because we are holding meetings at 5 o'clock on a Sunday. She could not go to church. What is saving her now is this new responsibility of this acting premier thing. So I'm no longer holding this Sunday meetings and so on, but I'm coming back. So we are going to work. So ladies and gentlemen, Northwest is the destination. Talk to us, we are here. We want to make a difference. Invest in the Northwest. And you will not be wasting your money. You will not be wasting your resources. I can assure you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Acting Premier. I think after what we have just said, Premier, we will have many investors in the Northwest. Northwest is a place to be. And when we opened, the Premier was not here. Remember when I opened, I said, Northwest is very rich. And the Premier said, Northwest is very rich, but its people are poor. So let's work together, come and invest in the Northwest so that you can make money, we can also do the same. So let's work together so that we can do more. So thank you very much, Premier. I will then call MEC for Agriculture. I know she can also do the preaching. But because I'm a program director, MEC, ke a go kopa. Because we are going to have other sessions. Those who are invited to those sessions, re tla nna le 1 or 2 issues ko teng. Re tswalle kgang e ya gore who is going to invest on the Pilanesberg Airport, because they are here, Premier. They are going to invest. Who want to help us with our smart city, they are here. So, ungathethe kakhulu sisi. Thank you very much.
Niha. Dobar dan. Dobar dan. Those are my people, Premier. Honorable Premier, Program Director. I don't usually call myself a Program Director. I propel the program. Premier, a week ago I was in Limpopo addressing the ministers of BRICS in agriculture. And Premier, I want to assure you, I know what I want for the province. Whoever will be coming to my session, make sure you are an investor, because I know my story. I won't make any mistake. Like the Premier is saying, the Northwest is the province to invest. We're turning that province in the food basket of the country. We have over 11 million land that we want to bring back to production. And the Premier is very correct. We no longer want to see our raw material leaving the province and coming back very expensive. Premier, we are told we are number 3 in production of cattle, beef farming. And you know who's number 2? Gauteng. Have you ever seen land in Gauteng? No. You know why? Our cattle leave the province alive and they are counted in Gauteng. It's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again. I'm just about to open an abattoir and a feedlot owned by a black young doctor who left the surgery and focused on agriculture, and is also a stud breeder. Premier, I'll be addressing the globe in Santiago in a week or so. And what I'm be doing there is telling the world that in the Northwest, beekeeping, we are just running. You look at Stat SA, there is a tent. We arrived there with 5 bee farmers. Today we are talking over 80 bee farmers in that province. So we are very clear as agriculture in that province, we know what we want. I'm here to thank, but the Premier, because me now I'm from Bafokeng Rasimone Platinum Mine. Premier, when you are late, I've already called these mining houses. After mining, there is agriculture. You can't wake up and not eat. They must invest. I told them they must invest. And every mining house must tell me where they have invested in the province. This morning I was talking to Samango. I told them we don't have the luxury of time. Make sure your obligations are being carried. And we are very clear. The Premier is not joking. Maybe it looked like fun when the Premier was talking. We are very clear in that province. If I can check in this room, Premier, nobody's wearing a platinum watch or a ring. But we'll get there. I'm here to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just showing you that we mean business. We mean business. Premier is correct. He holds 5 o'clock meetings. We complain we are home and dry. We are used to that because it's work. Tuntale role is tuntale role bekeli beke. Mena is tuntale role every day because people must eat. And I don't send people to do it. I do it myself with my own hand. When I talk of a backyard garden, I come in your yard and build that backyard garden. Goat massification, you say we don't want to massify. If you go to Botswana, that's where you get a lot of goats. But we are massifying the whole province. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to thank you. Zako, I can see you are here, my friend. Welcome to South Africa. Thank you very much that when the Northwest find it fit to come and share with you the wealth that we have as a province, you didn't disagree. We don't want the tenderpreneur, we want investors. By the way, we are a springboard to SADC. If you invest, we want to alleviate the weight that is in OR Tambo. If you invest in us, we want to turn one of our airport into a cargo, that when you want to export your good, they simply go through SADC. That is very simple. It can be done and it's doable. So I want to thank you so much, those investors that are here with us today, that when the Northwest call you to come and say, let's share with you what is it that we can offer as a province, you didn't refuse, you came. As we'll be going to one-on-one on all the sectors that will be going, please go there and tell us what is it that you want to invest. In the Northwest, we are in agriculture, we are looking on agro-processing. We have an agro-processing master plan that we have signed as a country. We have a new strategy of refocusing. We'll share that with you at the one-on-one. We want to thank also our local investors that please don't just come in the Northwest and take what is us and go. Invest. You'll be part of us. So the local investors, please make sure that when we leave today, you tell us how much. I thought you'll tell them to say, who's giving us the 400 million that we want for bulk for SEZ? Somebody must just raise it. Now they'd have done that. The Premier is very nice with you. But I want to thank you that you agreed to come regardless of what. And ladies and gentlemen who have organized this, we are very grateful that you have. It was not an easy thing. It's very hectic. At some stage, I said, Premier, let's go to one-on-ones, and the Premier will find us done. But when the Premier said he was coming, and we want to appreciate that you allowed us to keep you for some time while waiting for our Premier to be part of us. Ladies and gentlemen who made presentations here, we want to thank you so much for consolidating. And Premier, we believe after today, it's not the end of the story. Those who want to invest, we want follow-up. You won't miss me. I'm the only one with the gray hair in the Northwest. If you go to the Northwest and say, I'm looking for gray hair, they will show you gray hair. So thank you very much. Premier, we believe after that, we'll have follow-up meeting so that we move with speed. We don't have the luxury of time. Tenderpreneur, you don't have a place in our province. We only want investors and people who take themselves serious. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll be meeting in our one-on-one where investors will come and put in the assent that they brought to the country. I thank you.
Thank you very much, MEC. In the Northwest, we don't have time to waste time. So let us not waste time that the Sadi can come and tell us about your sessions so that whoever has an interest of those sessions must go straight to those sessions. Tinal Maina.
Yes. Thank you very much, MEC. We have arranged that from here we'll split into groups so that the investors will go into the boardrooms that have been arranged as per the sector that you are interested in. As you walk out, you proceed straight across. So boardroom 1, we are looking for investors who are interested in mining and mineral beneficiation. In boardroom 2, we'll be looking for investors that are in the tourism and hospitality sector. While in boardroom 3, we are looking for investors in agriculture and agro-processing. So as you proceed straight, you'll find boardroom 4, whereby we have allocated space for human settlement and smart cities. And then boardroom 5, we're looking for investors in the infrastructure and airports. So that is the arrangement. So the time that is allocated for those sessions will be around an hour and 30 minutes. And then from there, we'll then break for dinner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ntate Sadike. I hope you do have, and Ntate Sadike, I'm sure Nali patrollers outside so that they can direct those who want to go to those rooms. I think our first session ends here, and maybe all of us at the Prim and the MEC that ungathatha ma chance. If you don't have money, just be honest to yourself. Investor. Be honest to yourself, and we want investors in the Northwest. We want to work with the investors. Those who have money, let's go to those rooms and engage, and then we will then work together from now. Thank you very much. Go to those rooms. Reale boga.